Hi class, welcome to DIG 2109 Digital and Imaging Fundamentals. My name is Professor Brown and I'm here to try to help you get through this course and try to make it a little easier for you. I have a lot of links in there for Lynda and LinkedIn.com that we use as an aid, and most of it is in there for you to help you navigate through this class. And if you look up here, and I'm going to get to that here in just a second, if you look up here across the top, you'll see these different tabs. So under Course Home, which is what we're on right now, you'll see the welcome, and I have a message in here. And anything that urgents come up, I even created a little link here for you to show you how to navigate if you don't know how to navigate from this point forward. In here we have the course content, we have the submission review. These are the two most important tabs that you're going to need, and then of course you can check your grade status over here. Let me jump over here to the course content. When we use the Lynda and the LinkedIn.com, if you have a library card, and I have in here, if you look over here in these, we call these modules over here on the side. And so I have this information over here about this library. I have the phone number and the information, and if you call this gal Rosie, she will help you get a library card, and you can log right in. But when you're using the library card, you only will click on the links that I have provided for you that are called lynda.com. LinkedIn bought out Lynda, but for some reason they have different links. Okay, so when you see, if you pay for a subscription, if you don't want to be bothered about getting the library card, that's fine. If you pay for a subscription, you will only use my LinkedIn links. Okay, and if you have a library card, you're only going to use the lynda.com, because if you try to click on a lynda.com link with a library card, a LinkedIn link with a library card, you'll end up being taken to the LinkedIn website, and they're going to want you to pay for a subscription. So do know the difference. If you have a Lynda card, a library card, use Lynda, and if you have a LinkedIn subscription, use the LinkedIn links. Okay, that's very hard to say over and over again. Okay, so in the welcome tab, which is obviously what you found to find me so far, way down here at the bottom, I also have this little link here called Lynda Library Login. After you have your library card, I show you how to log in using the Dunedin Library or the St. Pete Library's website. So I show you step by step on how to do that. Okay, it's really, really simple to do, and it's free access, so might as well take advantage of it. It's a wonderful learning program, and I know that you'll find it really helpful. I do have lessons throughout this course that actually use it, and you'll see the links and the suggestions and the assignments, and I have the exercise files for you as well. Now, if I come up here to the submission review, you have discussion posts and drop-off boxes. Luckily, we have no quizzes in here, so nobody has to worry about taking a quiz. It's all about projects. We have a lot of projects. And in our field, most people want to know that you know the tools and how to design using these tools, and that you understand the software programs versus knowing a quiz question. Okay, so that should relieve some stress for some of you in the class. All right, so moving forward, if I go to the submission review and go down here to the drop-off box, okay, we come all the way down here to the bottom, and my picture is kind of hiding the picture down at the bottom here, the page numbers down at the bottom, but by default it's set to 10 per page. And what you're seeing if you scroll to the bottom is probably this thing here that says page 1 of 6. Just come over here, and it's underneath my picture probably. Change it from 10 per page to 200 per page, and then you'll find that you'll have all the assignments. Now, the due dates are not all in order. They're in order per their section, but there's different sections. You have homework section, you have textbook section, that's the textbook that we have for the class, and we also have projects, and then we have a couple of little hands-on quizzes down here. Now, they're not the kind of quizzes that have question and answer. They're actually project lessons, okay? They're quizzes. I call them quizzes, but it's we used to do them in the classroom, but I actually have a video and I walk you through them, so it's really not a quiz. I call it a quiz, but it's just testing what we've gone through, what you've done up to that point, and then putting your skills to test. Okay, but like I said, it's not really it's not a answer, multiple choice question kind of a thing. Okay, so now I come back over here to the course content, and what we want to look at here is the first thing we want to start off with is, of course, the syllabus. And one of the first things that I want to note is right here in your email, I have several sections of this class. So please make sure that you don't take away the subject line, just add to the subject line. Okay, when you add to the subject line, I know immediately which section and which class you're talking about. If you're having a problem with my courses or something and you don't tell me, or it's a question, I may not be able to find it. So just make sure you just leave that in the subject line. Also, whenever you save your work, put your name in the file. So for example, my last name's Brown, so I would put, like, say for example, it's the pen tool assignment, which is week 1 that you're going to be doing. You would just put your last name. I would put Brown _ pen tool, and then save it as an AI, which is an Illustrator file, okay? And then that's all you have to do. And then, of course, if you come over here to Submission Review, you go to your drop-off boxes. It will be the very first one. It says week 1. It's right there. Boom. You click on that, and then you upload it from there. It's really that simple. Now, if I come back over here to content, again, course content has everything you need in here. This is really important, this assignments and due dates. Assignments and due dates, it says right here, anything in red means that there is an assignment due. Okay? I even put a link again in here on how to navigate, so you don't have to rewatch this big long video. Okay, so in here you can see that you've got all your discussion posts, that's in red, and then this skill builder, that's in red. That's the only thing that's due this week, so don't get overwhelmed by all of this. You don't need to get overwhelmed. I just have in here some different things for you to watch in lynda.com. Now, one thing to note, Deke McClellan, he has 3 series, and they're all called one-on-one. It does matter which series you're in. This one is called Fundamentals. He has a Mastery and he has Advanced. We do a few of the Advanced and the Masteries just sprinkled throughout the course on some of your bigger projects that you're going to be doing. But to start out, I just have you going through and going through chapters 1 through 4, Fundamentals, of course, one-on-one, 2019 with Deke McClellan. I have supplied both links. The LinkedIn link, if you have a paid subscription, and the lynda.com link if you're using a library card. So they're both there for you, and the exercise files that you will use. You just open them up, follow along with him to familiarize yourself. I can't speak today. Familiarize yourself with the tools and how to navigate in the workspace. Okay, then I have you scroll down to chapter 13, and he covers the pen tool. And then you can also come down and then go back and watch 5 and 6. It's just getting yourself acclimated to the program. Some of you have been using these programs since you were really little, and you probably don't need any of this recap, okay? Some of you have never opened the program. So for those of you, I would recommend you watch these little chapters that I have here. That's all that is. For the rest of you, and then here in your textbooks, I also have these chapters. Now keep in mind your textbooks are made up in 3 sections. The first section is InDesign, the second section is Photoshop, and the last section is Illustrator. So in your textbook, you're going to want to go to the very back section. This means it's chapter 1, page 2, and then you follow along with the textbook to chapter 1, page 25. Then I have you skip to chapter 3, page 2, and then I have you follow through to chapter 3, page 17. There's nothing due on that particular thing. That's just to help you, again, with the tools and how to learn them. Especially if you don't have a lynda.com subscription yet, or if you don't have your textbook. Both of these will work really well for you to help you get up to snuff and get working. What I do like about all of this is that we're online now, so you're not crammed in a classroom like a bunch of sardines, right? So this makes learning very easy. If you run into any problems, please send me an email. I'm here to help you. And again, you can see that anything in red, these are assignments that are due. These are textbook lessons, but there's nothing to turn in from those textbook lessons. When there is a textbook lesson that is due, you'll see it says textbook, and then it's in red. I give you the chapter number, which is 2, and it's pages 40, 42, and 43. That would be due on September 6th. Everything is due Sunday night at 11:59 p.m. Sometimes it's a week, sometimes it's 3 weeks, and most of the time it's 1 week away. Okay? Like I said, it's all project-based, nothing to be intimidated by. It may look like a lot, but it's really simple. Look at that. We only have 2 little simple things to do this week. So I hope that if you run into any problems, we also have tutors. Let me show you that real quick. Under the syllabus, it's right underneath your textbook. I'm kind of jumping around here all over the place. Bear with me. We come down here. Here's the textbook. Yes, it's an outdated textbook, but it's the only textbook that we could find that had all 3 programs in it to save you from buying 3 different textbooks. So yeah, it might seem outdated, but it's got a lot of little assignments in there that will be helpful, and none of the tools that I'm showing you have changed. So yes, it might be an old book, but the tools haven't changed at all, so it's still relevant. Okay, so I know some of you have made comments in the past that it's an old textbook, but it's still relevant because, like I said, the textbook, the tools haven't changed at all. This is the same information that I've given you on my videos over here on how to access your card. And then down here is tutoring. Heather Johnson is a very, really talented graphic designer that graduated from here, and she's familiar with all the assignments that you're going to be doing for this class. So if you have any problems, please reach out to Heather Johnson. It's right here, tutoring on your syllabus. And Frank Groff is also another tutor that we have here. He's really good with the animation. He does know these programs, but I would probably guide you towards Heather Johnson if possible, because she is the graphic designer that uses these programs on a daily basis. Okay, these are the minimum requirements. You probably will only run into problems in Illustrator when we're doing 3D because it is a memory eater. Other than that, you guys should do very well in here. And like I said, you can work ahead. I've got every week here. It's week 1. These are called modules. Oh, and the other thing is I have all your textbook files right here. If you click here, we're only working on Illustrator right now. And then I think by week 10, 9 or 10, we're into Photoshop. And then right now, I only give you the lessons. So if you are working in Chapter 1 or Chapter 3, just download these files, and the files will be there for you from your textbook. If you come all the way down here, when we get to Photoshop, you'll see that now the textbook files for Photoshop are here, and now we begin Photoshop, and so forth. And then we have InDesign, and now we start InDesign. Okay, so everything is here for you, and literally everything that you need to find is under course content, and it's all down here each week. You can work ahead, whatever you want to do. I also have all of the files for Deke McClellan's exercise files over here, and pretty much everything that you need. If you run into any problems, again, please contact me. Reach out, let me know if you're running into any problems, or contact the tutors. I really hope you enjoy this class. It really should be fun. This is an elective class that you guys should really enjoy, and I hope that you find it fun and exciting, okay? Again, have a great semester.